Hello, welcome to season 2 of the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast. Oh my goodness, we are in 2026 and I have never been more ready for this year. Oh my gosh, the year of the fire horse. Well, welcome before we get too far ahead. Welcome to the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast, a sacred space created for awesome souls who have spent years caring, giving, leading, and holding it all together, and are now feeling the quiet call to return to themselves. However, that call may be just getting a little louder this year. I'm Justina. I'm a Reiki master teacher, healer, nurse for over 20 years, transformational speaker, retreat leader, workshop leader, and this podcast is an invitation to you to allow your inner soul to slow down, soften, receive, and remember who you are beneath those roles and responsibilities and expectations that you've been carrying, but also to ignite the fire within you, to remind you how awesome you are. I'm so happy you're here. So here we talk about real healing, not the bypassing kind, but the kind that meets you exactly where you are. We explore energy, spirituality, emotional release, nervous system regulation, divine support, and what it truly means to live in alignment with your soul while navigating this crazy real life, right? So you'll hear heartfelt conversations, intuitive teachings, gentle practices, and soul-led interviews. They're all designed to help you clear energetic blocks, reconnect with your inner wisdom, and reclaim your vitality without guilt or burnout. Right? Like we are done. We are done messing around. I am so fired up about this year of 2026 and I cannot wait to hang with you this year. So thank you so much for being here. This is the place where you don't have to have it all figured out, but it is the place where your strength is remembered, your light is reawakened. And if this resonates with you, I would love for you to follow the show. Please leave a review. It helps the message reach so many more individuals that need it at this time. You can also visit my website at angelreikijourney.com, scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter to receive soulful updates, upcoming offers, gentle reminders that you are never alone in this path. Come connect with me on Instagram at Angel Reiki Journey and join the conversation, or you can find me on LinkedIn where I share reflections, teachings, and ways to bring this work into your life and leadership. You weren't ever meant to do this alone. You belong here. And I'm so glad you are here. So take a breath and welcome to the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast. Disclaimer, you should always check in with your physician, your psychiatrist, your counselor, or anyone else assisting in your care prior to deciding that you would like to take any of the recommendations, the suggestions, and our thoughts on any of the subjects that we discuss in the podcast. Thank you so much. Hello, I am so glad to be back with you guys. Hey, thank you so much to everybody that participated in the vision workshop. It was amazing. And oh my gosh, the insights and everything we discussed and the hearts and souls of all of you that attended. I am so grateful. It was incredible. I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Not to mention, St. Brigid and St. Germain have been coming in, and these are not, how you want to say, ascended masters, deity. These are not any that I had really worked with before. St. Germain has kind of popped in every now and then, but it's usually for a brief moment or in a session I'm doing on someone, but they're very active right now. And I'm being very called and pulled to work more with them and to share their insights with the collective. So it's been pretty amazing. I love meeting new Ascended Masters and new people for that matter. So anyway, it was incredible. And thank you so much. And we've got some new stuff coming out here soon. There will be another kind of workshop / mastermind thing that we will be offering. They keep telling me it's going to be about 3 weeks. So it'd be like 1 day a week for 3 weeks. And really about embodying 2026 and anchoring into it. So I'm excited about that. And so I just wanted to share a little story with you guys. Spirit is always here supporting us, right? And I have been really feeling more and more called into the feminine. And that's always been, something because of my past that we'll probably get into at some point. But I've never been real eager to get, I don't know. There's something that I feel like I've kind of backed off, closed in on myself about multiple times because of different things, right? And I think a lot of why I ended up with so much weight on me too was trying to hide my feminine and acting more in my masculine, right? So for years I did that. I was up to, I want to say 275 pounds. And I've done a million diets over the last 100 years, it feels like. And, fad diets, Weight Watchers, Slim Fast, the soup diet, there's like a gazillion, right? And it's a little annoying that I have to tell you this right now because that's not something I talk a whole lot about, but Spirit's like, nope, this is all about being real. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So anyway, I struggled with my weight for years. And in my healing journey, there's a lot of things that have come up that I have become more and more aware of how I react to food, right? And how I use food as a comfort and a soothing mechanism, and more specifically, sugar, right? So, oh my goodness, little Debbie, she'd have been my best friend. Anyway, I love cakes and candy and ice cream and terrible sweet tooth, but it's so much of a crutch. And it really got magnified so I had tried, I went on the GLP-1, the Zepbound, and it's been incredible. But I was on it for over a year and I lost 68 pounds, I want to say, relatively easily. But the best part of it is I really didn't think of food. And if you're anybody that's like me, I thought of food 24/7. As I'm chewing my breakfast, I would be like, oh, what am I going to have for lunch? Or do I have snacks in my bag in case I get hungry? Or, oh, what sounds good next? Oh, this, oh, that. And my gosh, I really learned over being on the Zepbound, and I stretched it out. You're supposed to do one shot a week, typically is how it's set up. And then you gradually go up in milligrams. And I went up very, very slowly in milligrams, and will be coming back down because I've been off of it for the last 5 weeks. But anyway, and I would go sometimes I would do a shot every 2 weeks or every week and a half, mostly because it's so freaking expensive. I did try the synthetic version of it too, and it really just did nothing for me. It was like I didn't take anything at all, which sucks because it's way cheaper. Way cheaper. And yes, I know that, there are side effects, and I know that we don't know all of the things around it and all of this, but I've never felt better in my entire life. And it's been incredible for me, in freaking incredible. But again, I've got to work extra to pay for it because it's insanely expensive. And that just pisses me off as a nurse because I'm like, listen, assholes, we don't have to charge this much for this medication. I know we don't, because I've spoken to pharmaceutical companies that tell me that it does not cost near as much to make this medication. Anyway, that's a whole nother situation. But what I'm getting to is the realness of all of this. So this last like 5 weeks that I had been off of it. Didn't notice it as much the first couple days, but then it was like this switch turned on in me. And I've never been addicted to drugs, so I'm not trying to compare this or anything like that. Please don't understand me wrong. But it felt like I could not get sugar fast enough. I could not get it fast enough. And then I realized, as everything in this world is getting insane, that I was going to it in an emotional state, an emotional way to try to placate what was going on in this world. So I went to that before I went to meditation and to calming and to connecting with spirit and all of that. And that is not how this works, right? But it very quickly swept me up in the sugar train that, oh my gosh, that's all I wanted. I could not wait to get a nutty bar or to get a cinnamon roll. Oh my gosh, the cinnamon rolls at Scooters. I don't know if you guys have that, but holy crap. And it's warm. Like, anyway, so I'm going through this mad dash of like sugar, right? Then I start to notice like 3 weeks in, well, first of all, I'm like exhausted, way more exhausted than just the normal exhausted wintertime type thing, right? Like there were moments that it would hit me and I would be so like lethargic, almost like first trimester pregnancy lethargic. And I would be like, what the hell is going on, right? Then I started seeing my skin break out. So then I started having pimples everywhere, which I have not had in over a year. My skin's breaking out. There's a couple different teeth that are hurting. I'm pissy, like crabby. I mean, that has to do a lot with the world as well, but everything was magnified and I just feel gross, right? I feel like bloated and and just all these kinds of things. So I'm talking to spirit and I'm like, now I knew what was going on, but I had to ask it because here I am trying to be in denial that here I am in my mid 40s and I can't win when it comes to sugar. What the fuck? Like, what happened to me? I used to be so cool. And I get on my high horse and my Virgo self and I'm like, look, I can take on anything. Well, yeah. And sugar pretty much got my face and was like, really? Tell me more. And shove this in your mouth while you do. Oh, it's disgusting. Anyway, so it got to the point where I was like starting to gross myself out. And then I kind of got pulled out of me for a little while and spirit started talking to me and they were, I can tell now that they were going around about a different way to get to me because they were like, if we go in with this sugar conversation, we're gonna hit a nerve or something because there's still an emotional part of her that's like grabbing to it every time she feels like she needs something, right? And not even giving a shit of what that something is, just automatically going to sugar. And sugar does placate it. I won't get you wrong, but sugar also placates my rear end at getting bigger, right? So I'm like, what's going on, right? Well, they start bringing these images and feelings of this beautiful, beautiful woman that does, she's a stylist and she's incredible. And her name is Tally Kogan. Follow her on Instagram if you have not already. She's in Chicago. And she created this jewelry line called Malkari. And they just keep showing me all of these images. And Tally is really into energetics too. And she is just a vibrant, amazing human being, right? She just exudes queen energy and she's just incredible. So I was like, maybe what I need to do now is shift some stuff in the budget and I need to try to get a piece of this jewelry. And I was like, jewelry? I am not like a huge jewelry person. What's going on? Well, then I remembered that when I was in Nashville, that was another thing that had spoke to me, that they were like, when you put this on, there's something that it does in your confidence that ignites something else within your soul and your energy and just makes you more motivated. And I'm like, So after going on with this stuff, I decided to order some of her jewelry, right? So I ordered 2 necklaces and a pair of earrings, and I got them. And I am not kidding. I did put them on, and I was like, whew, I feel like a woman. Like, I was just like, damn, what just happened? And instantly after putting it on, I was like, I've never worn red lipstick, but I need red lipstick. And it was funny because Tally wears red lipstick all of the time. So I wasn't like trying to copy off of her. She is absolutely beautiful, but there was something about the color red, and it was like, no, get it, because it's going to do something to you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I run up to the pharmacy, and there's like 80,000 different shades of red lipstick, right? And I'm like, to the point that it was almost overwhelming, right? Because like every brand has their shade, and there's just so many. And so I just kind of started waving my hands over, of course, the people there probably thought I was nuts. But anyway, over all the lipstick. And then I just closed my eyes for a few minutes, and I said, okay, Spirit, I need your help right now. Now, mind you, this whole time over the last couple of weeks, St. Brigid and St. Germain have been coming in, right? Just kind of bringing little tidbits, letting me know that they're here, letting me know that there's a whole slew of ascended masters that are on task right now, really shifting our reality. And so I open my eyes, and they tell me to go to the left a little while, put my hand straight out, and then look. There'll be 4 of them in front of me, and look, and I'll know which one. And I'm like, okay. So I put my hand up, and sure enough, there's 4 shades of red lipstick right in front of my hand, right? Okay, so, and then I look a little closer, and one of the names of the lipstick is St. Germain. What the hell? Are you serious? And I was like, okay, well, message received. Got it. Okay. So I take it out to the car. I put it in the rear view, put it on in the rear view mirror. And I'm like, dang, there is something about this red lipstick. Now, there's many pieces of this ego that's bouncing around and in my head. I'm like, who do you think you are? It doesn't even look cute. It looks tacky. And now you just look over the top and all this self-talk, right? Well, we're not doing this self-talk. We've worked really hard for this to shift, and my strength has greatly grown in that department because I'm like, yeah, shut up, whatever. Even if I do look tacky, if I feel good, whatever. So I put it on, and then I go back home and I put it on with one of the Malkari necklaces. And I just have a tank top on, nothing cute. My hair is up in a messy bun, and I've got the earrings on, and I was like, damn, I feel good. Damn, I feel good. I was just like, yeah, So anyway, this starts carrying on me, and I'm like, what is with this red? And they're shifting me to find red clothes in my closet. And I'm like, okay. And then they had me find red nail polish. So I painted my nails red this morning. And this motivation and inspiration came under me. And it was like, hey, okay, you're about to go pick up the shot. You've been without it for 5 weeks. You have that motivation right now, not only to get the shot. So that's another thing that I've been doing with this. I wasn't just taking the shot and then going to eat Little Debbie's. I'm making way healthier choices when I'm on it. It really helps me personally. Again, I am not telling you what to do. I'm not suggesting to you or any of your family members or anything. And no, I do not know all the possible side effects of everything and anything that goes on. All I'm telling you is that it helped me to make much better choices. So then this morning, while I'm painting my red nails, putting my red lipstick on, putting my Malkari on jewelry, and I'm like, It's so weird. There's something like seriously igniting within me, and I don't know, I kind of feel like hot shit. I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of this has been brewing it's so weird. Spirit throws you these signs and they guide you in all these different directions if you let them, right? So part of what they were preparing me for is this upcoming workshop that they're going to have me do, which is, they have not given me all the details yet, but it's going to be 3 weeks, right? And it's really delving into remembering who you are, because once we remember, we can anchor and hold on and stand firm in that. I don't know. Spirit is kind of passing on, and again, not telling you what to do. You have the right to make your own decisions. I've put all this disclaimer bullshit in here because of politics, but anyway, Spirit's relaying it's a great idea to start adding more red into your life. So whether that's red lipstick, red nail polish, red underwear, red toes, whatever. Like adding more red to, I think, log into your, okay, they're saying, no, don't say think. We're doing this to help you log in. Why would they use log in? I don't know. Log into your root chakra. Because our foundations are shifting. 2026 is a big year, guys. There's so much fire being ignited within us. And, just like when we had, the vision workshop, like the other day, it marked the St. Brigid's Day, right? And it marks how, little sprouts are starting to come up and things are shifting, and the new year in Chinese astrology is going to hit on February 17th. So we are getting so much closer, but we are so being called to, with all this craziness going on, we got to keep going back to anything that can ignite ourselves, right? So we got to remember who we are, and we have to remember who we are now, not yesterday, not like in 3 weeks, not in 3 months. We need to remember who we are now so we can hold on to that fire and know how freaking strong we are, right? And the universe lives within us, and we are all part of it, and we are all part of each other, and we're fucking amazing. And we are making change. Every second we are healing a piece of us. Every second we are tapping into any point of positivity. Anytime we are logging in, and why do they keep telling me to say that? It's so weird. Anyway, any point that we are grasping to, like Mr. Rogers says, and speaking of that, make sure you check out Lady Gaga's version of his song. But anytime we are tapping in, we're looking into the helpers. We're looking into the good that is coming out of the hell that is taking place. Try to shift your focus to the good. It doesn't mean we ignore what's happening, but it means we have to keep holding enough higher vibration in order for all of these ascended masters that are here to help us to make this world a better place. We are shifting, we are calibrating, we are integrating. I promise you that. Okay, so I'm so proud of you too. I really feel compelled to say that I'm so proud of you for keeping going. It's hard, but I'm so proud of you. And I'm so excited that the sun is going to shine more and more, and the light is going to get brighter and brighter. And you guys, this stuff is shifting. Stuff is shifting. Okay. So I wanted to touch base a little bit about, I went to Saint Germain, and kind of talked with him. And I was like, what is going on with this? You keep popping in. I don't know a ton about you. A lot of times I'll see like the color purple around when he's like kind of reaching out. It feels like a he. Again, they can all feel different. So I did a little bit of research on him, and wow. So it talks about that the spiritual meaning of Saint Germain, and this is just on Google, but there's many articles about him, is that he is the keeper of the violent flame, the master of the violent flame, a sacred energy for purification, transmutation, and freedom, used to change negative karma into positive energy. And he is the age of Aquarius guide. What? Which is what we're in. We are living in the age of Aquarius, right? He is seen as a leader ushering in the new Aquarian age, promoting freedom, spiritual evolution, and new civilizations. And then it says, he is an alchemist and a transmuter, represents turning lead into gold, not just literally, but spiritually transforming life's challenges into spiritual gold and fulfilling one's divine purpose. He is also a champion of individual freedom and spiritual sovereignty, which sovereignty is something that keeps coming up for this year of 2026. He's deeply connected to the destiny of nations like America. What? It sounds an awful lot like we need him right now, right? Different ways that you can connect with him is working with the color violet amethyst. You can ask for him to come in during meditation and prayer. It's really beautiful. There are multiple meditations on YouTube that go over that. I'm looking over some of the prayers that they recommend on him to share with you. All right. This is from eraofpeace.org, and it says, Saint Germain, Violet Fire Invocation. Beloved mighty, I am presence, beloved holy amethyst, beloved Saint Germain, and your legions of fifth dimensional violet fire archangels. I ask that you blaze the violet flame of God's infinite perfection with the power and might of 1,000 suns. Through and around every thought, feeling, word, action, memory, and belief that I and humanity have ever expressed in any time frame or dimension, both known and both unknown, that is reflecting anything less than the highest vibration of love light. Transmute this energy, cause, core, effect, record, and memory back into its original perfection and seal it in an invincible force field of eternal peace and God's infinite abundance. And so it is. Beloved I am, beloved I am, beloved I am that I am. Thank you. Whew, I felt that in my core. Oh my gosh. So Saint Germain is definitely calling to all of us right now with everything going on and letting us know that he is near and he is here to help us, to guide us, to walk through this crazy, crazy life with us. It's pretty amazing that we have that. Another lady that I follow, which I absolutely love, and which I think she refers to herself as a white witch, and she is Granny Magic Margaret Jameson. Oh, I love her so much. She just brings so much love and hope, and don't get all crazy with the word witch. Like, she is not out to do terrible things. Anyway, she had posted for St. Brigid's Day, Brigid's blessings, and they're asking me to share this too. So again, this is off of Granny Magic Margaret Jameson's page, and it says, Brigid's blessings. By flame and seed, by winter's fire, awake the spark of bright desire. My home now a sacred space, blessed by Brigid's guiding grace. The dark of night gives way to day, as dormant dreams stir into play. By growing light and earth's delight, this home shines with Imbolc's light. So mote it be. So beautiful. So, so beautiful. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I can feel the igniting again coming forth, and that extra push and that extra motivation and how everything kind of plays together. So I had started to eat, even just yesterday, more healthy, more fruits, more vegetables, less nutty bars and less cake, and drinking my water and all of those kinds of things. And just within one day, I already feel the difference. I have so much more energy already. One day, that's insane. Which gives me the motivation to continue to push on. And I know that I may still have backslides, and things like that and everything, but Spirit really pressed me to just share with you that and remind you that nobody's perfect. The whole goal is that we just keep going. That's what we're called to do. We're called to get back up when we get down. We're called to call in community when we need it. We're called to persevere. And we're called to reach deep down in to who we really are, to grab onto that strength when we need it. Okay? And that, of course, we're not alone, right? That we have Jesus, we have Buddha, we have our angels, we have our ascended masters, we have all of this divine love and support around us. So please keep calling them in. Put a sticky note on your forehead. No, maybe not your forehead, but on your mirror or wherever you see frequently. Or if you know how to create a banner on your cell phone, which I am not great at, but you could even put that on there, and it could just say, hey, remember, right now, pause and call in your people. Call in your people. Call them now. Ask them to support you. Ask them to be with you. They're going to help you, right? So, St. Brigid and St. Germain are calling on you to work with them, to be with them, to lead with them, to learn from them. And I know we didn't talk a whole lot about St. Brigid, so let me see if I can find, there is a CelticIrish.org is saying that secrets of St. Brigid's Day. She is known as a Celtic goddess. This day marks February 1st. She is, let me see. For many in the Catholic religion, she is considered a saint, one of the patron saints of Ireland, St. Brigid of Kildare. For others, she is older Celtic goddess Brigid. The Celtic goddess before the saint is the goddess of poetry, healing, fertility, domestic animals, and the forge. The daughter of Dagda, the king of the otherly world, Tuatha de Danann, Brigid was a powerful and much-loved goddess, not just here in Ireland, but across Celtic cultures in Northern Europe. Halfway between the winter solstice and the spring equinox, the Celtic festival of Imbolc was marked by honoring Brigid with feasts and bonfires in the hopes that the coming growing season would be fruitful. With traditions recorded in mythology and medieval texts, the word Imbolc, I don't know if I'm saying that right, translates as in the belly in Old Irish. The cyclical Celtic calendar with Imbolc marking one of the 4 cross-quarter days, along with the festivals of Beltane, Lunasa, and Samhain. So what they're showing me now is really living in that womb space. Again, whether your male, female, whether you have a womb or you don't, being in that sacral chakra, being in that area where it is full of creativity and full of birthing, right? Because it's like we're birthing a new year. We're really coming into a new year. And man, I'm so glad. So glad we're coming into a new year. But anyway, so I would encourage you to look more into her history and look more into Saint Germain's history as well, because it does feel like we're really being called to them and supported by them, and to be open to the signs around you. Make sure you are asking Spirit if you feel like you need more guidance, that you're asking Spirit to put signs in front of you, to lead you, to guide you, to support you. And that's so helpful. You can also, get a couple decks of angel cards or some type of oracle cards and, kind of use those, once a day to kind of help guide you if you feel like you're not getting direct connection or not hearing all the way or that kind of thing. And sometimes that'll help you tap in even deeper. It's always a good idea. Also, automatic writing, which we've talked about before, is a great way to connect with Spirit and go a little bit deeper and try to figure out what they're calling or leading you to do. But sometimes just making sure you have that quiet space, you'll know what to do. So anyway, guys, again, I'm so excited about this year. And please know, like we talked about, that you're never alone in this process, and nobody's perfect. Nobody's getting it 100% right. And if you think that they are, you might be mistaken. And if they are, like, shit, let me know what they're doing. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, we're just not perfect, but we are here to support each other. And sometimes in order to connect with someone, we have to be willing to let people know that we're not perfect and that we need help too. So, all right. New details and more information on the Remembering Who You Are workshop / mastermind, whatever they're going to create here, will come in the near future. But all right, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye. Hi, before you go, hey, I just want to say thank you again. I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. And I hope that you can feel the sense of community. Every time you listen to one of these episodes, you're in community with not only me, but everybody else that's listening to. And in that beautiful frequency that's created, we get to have our hearts infused with the love and peace and the hope that we have for each other. So thank you so much for that. So as you move back into your day, I invite you to take a moment, just soften your shoulders, breathe into your heart, and notice what shifted for you in this conversation. How do you feel? I hope amazing. And if this episode resonated, please follow the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast. Take a minute to leave a review. Your words help this healing ripple reach other beautiful souls who are quietly longing for support, remembrance, and community. And stay connected. You can visit my website, angelreikijourney.com. You can book an Angel Reiki session there. You can see some of the other events that we have going on. And if you scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter where I share soulful reflections, upcoming offers, and gentle invitations to reconnect with yourself. You can also find me on Instagram at Angel Reiki Journey for inspiration. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm over there too. And remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to carry all this alone. You are deeply supported. You are divinely guided, and you are worthy of ease and joy and magnetizing moments in your life. And I'm so excited for that. Until we meet again, take care of your beautiful heart and know that it's okay to choose yourself. It's okay to offer self-love to yourself, and it's okay to receive the love and abundance this universe wants to give you. So I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.